A silent night. Mist drifts along the ridges as a modern Special Forces team stands still, NVG green lights reflecting on ancient stones. Tonight, we travel back in time to 221 BCE, the year Qin-Chi Emperor unified China. The mission is clear: reach the imperial palace and come face to face with the first emperor of a unified China. Tonight, we test the limits of possibility with sheer determination, stealth, and the unforgiving terrain of the Great Wall of China. This wall is no ordinary barrier. It's a network of fortresses, ditches, and defensive lines, built from the Warring States period and later connected and expanded by Qin-Chi Emperor. It stretches for thousands of kilometers, shaping the path our team must take. The wall is punctuated by mountain passes, watchtowers, and garrison points, features that make some areas more accessible and others near impossible to cross undetected. Our modern Special Forces team now faces a world completely alien to them. The team is small but elite. Snipers with thermal optics, reconnaissance operatives carrying minimal gear to maintain stealth, and medics ready for any emergency. Every weapon, every gadget, every ounce of training must be used wisely. Across the terrain, the Emperor's guards and regional garrisons patrol diligently. Their weapons may be primitive compared to modern rifles, but their knowledge of the wall, the city, and the patrol routes gives them a deadly advantage. They know every ridge, every path, every shadow where an intruder might hide. The challenge is immense. The team has no radios, no drones, no air support. Supplies are limited to what they carried from insertion. Every movement must be deliberate. Stealth is not optional. It is survival. One misstep, one misplaced foot, one rustle of fabric could alert the guards and doom the mission. The terrain itself is a double-edged sword. Rocky ridges, dense forests, and ancient walls provide cover, but they also hide unseen dangers: loose stones, steep drops, narrow ledges. The night amplifies every sound, every heartbeat. The team must rely on training, intuition, and perfect coordination to move undetected through a world that is hostile, unpredictable, and completely unfamiliar. Every operative's mind is working overtime, calculating distances, scanning for patrols, judging whether a shadow is natural or a threat. Fear is present, yes, but it is focused. It sharpens their senses, hones their instincts, and keeps them alive. The team has now reached the outer limits of the city. Every step forward is measured, deliberate. The assault team hugs the shadow of the wall, moving in sync with the rhythm of the guards' patrols. They pause often, listening for footsteps, the clink of armor, the low murmur of conversations. The snipers have taken high positions on rocky outcrops, their eyes scanning the palace grounds through night vision scopes. Each member knows exactly which sector to cover, which patrol routes to observe, and where the gaps are. Even a single misalignment in timing could jeopardize the entire mission. The exfil team quietly marks multiple escape routes. If alarms are raised, if the assault team is compromised, they must be ready to guide the operatives through concealed paths across cliffs and forests, back to the insertion point. The assault team reaches a section of the wall that is partially collapsed, a small gap that leads into a less guarded courtyard. This is the entry point, chosen for its strategic advantage. As they move, the team employs silent hand signals, whispers barely audible even to each other. Every movement is choreographed. One operative pauses to disable a crude alarm mechanism built into a gate, while another scouts ahead to ensure no patrol is approaching. Minutes feel like hours as the assault team edges closer to the main hall. The snipers adjust their positions with every shift in patrol, covering the approach silently. The exfil team rehearses silent signals for withdrawal, ready to act at a moment's notice. Here, the stakes are highest. A single misstep could alert a guard, trigger a chase, or end the mission. The team knows that success depends not on brute force, but on synchronization, stealth, and the careful execution of every small move. The palace finally dominates the horizon. Its massive walls, bathed in moonlight, tower over the surrounding courtyard. The Special Forces team freezes, every breath held, every heartbeat amplified in the still night air. They are close now, close enough to hear the faint shuffle of guards on the walls. From high above, the snipers sweep the courtyard. They spot 3 guards pacing a section near the main gate. One raises his lantern slightly, a glint in the moonlight. They adjust their aim, steady their breathing, and fire suppressed rounds. The guards drop silently. The patrol gap widens. The assault teams move. The lead operative approaches a side gate, carefully examining a crude alarm mechanism built into the latch. With steady hands, he disables it, listening intently for any footsteps. 2 more operatives flank him, eyes scanning every archway and window. They move inch by inch, a choreography perfected through countless hours of training. The inner courtyard? A lone guard stands near the center, illuminated briefly by torchlight. The assault team freezes. The sniper covers him from above. A silent signal, a nod. The guard falls, unseen by anyone else. The courtyard is clear, momentarily, like a calm before a storm. The lead operative reaches the outer door of the Emperor's chamber. Each step is a test of nerves. The inner sanctum lies just beyond. One more door, one more guard. The team positions themselves for entry, synchronized, every muscle tensed, every sense alert. The mission teeters on a knife's edge. If they succeed, a final door opens in silence. The Emperor unaware. The mission is complete. The first Emperor of a unified China has been reached, and in this single night, history itself trembles. Borders could shift, rival states could rise, trade routes reroute, and centuries of empire building could change forever. The mountains swallow their presence, leaving only whispers of the impossible. If they fail, a shadow moves too fast. A guard shouts. Alarm bells shatter the silence. Reinforcements rush in. The team scrambles, retreating through cliffs and alleys, abandoning gear, evading capture. The Emperor remains unharmed. History marches on indifferent. Every risk, every second of fear and courage gone, leaving only the echo of what might have been. One night, one mission, one impossible plan. Success or failure, the story reminds us how fragile history is. And as the Great Wall falls silent again, we are left to ask ourselves, what if the impossible had actually happened? If this journey through time thrilled you, hit like, subscribe, and comment below with the historical mission you want to see next. Imagine the impossible with us, and let's rewrite history.